Okay, Lethal, I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying. Isn't that called adaptation? Is that not part of skill? Yes, it is. Now let me ask you a question. I need you to answer this, Lethal Enforcer. I need you to answer this question. Do you think it's harder to adapt to an opponent's strategy in checkers or chess? Which one is harder? Do you believe that adaptation in checkers has an equivalent value to adaptation in chess? Do you believe that they have an equal value? Do you believe that adaptation in checkers is the same as adaptation in chess? Do you believe that? Tell me that with a straight face. Do you believe that? Chess. Okay, so you say that adaptation in chess has more value. Now I also need you to answer the next question, and it's very, very important. This next question is very, very important, Lethal. Please listen. Why? Why do you think that? What is it about chess that makes adaptation in that game better than the other game? Why? Why does it matter? Adaptation is the same, right? Playing black against white is a bad matchup. You being able to win that matchup is adaptation, right? Whereas, you know, red versus black in checkers, I don't believe one of the colors goes first, but going second in checkers and overcoming that is less valuable than going second in chess and overcoming that, so why? Alright, so Lethal, now here's the next question. So there's more options, and you agree that there's more options. So Lethal, if you played checkers, and you played chess, and you won a checkers tournament, and you won a chess tournament, which tournament do you think showed more that you are good at board games? That's all I'm saying. That is the crux of my argument. I want to be good at chess because it's tougher than checkers, and because it gets more respect than checkers, because it's not as easy as fucking checkers. Okay? Now you might say, well, you weren't good enough for checkers anyway. You know? I made top 16, I made top 8 at tournaments, I got 9th place at EVO, but I never won nothing big. I never won really many tournaments at all. Maybe I'm not good enough for checkers. Maybe I'm not. But I believe that I can be good at chess. And I like chess better than I like checkers. I like it much more so much that maybe I'd like to create a guide on how to play pawns and knights. I'm making tutorial videos. You know, I like it so much that I'm looking for technology. I like it so much that no matter the fact that my community is literally fucking 3 people in Arizona, I'm going to keep playing it. And I'm going to keep traveling. And I'm going to keep putting that effort into it because I want to. Because chess, KOF13, to me, represents a greater skill than other games. And it represents greater growth for me as a person. Okay? I hate weeaboos, that is exactly the analogy. The analogy is, checkers is to chess, as Street Fighter 4 is to KOF13. That's the analogy. Okay? So, I could win a Street Fighter 4 tournament, and it would make me feel really happy. But winning a KOF13 tournament would mean more to me. Because, in my opinion, the game is tougher, the competition is tougher, the skill ceiling is higher, and it's a more rewarding experience overall. I'm not after just the win. If you're after just the win, you can just play checkers. But winning checkers doesn't satisfy me. Winning online checkers matches doesn't matter. Going to an offline checkers tournament and getting top 8 and stuff makes me happy, and maybe I'll win some checkers cash and go buy myself a vanilla Coke. You know, that's my victory drink. But I don't care. Because I see those guys playing chess and I realize, in the back of my head, you know, if I could be better at chess, I would prove that I'm good at board games. Better at board games than all these fuckers who think they're really playing a real board game when they're playing chess, but they don't know, like, excuse me, checkers. All the people playing checkers think they're playing board games. They don't know shit about board games. They don't know shit about chess. They don't know shit about Magic the Gathering. They don't know shit about Catan, Settlers of Catan. Okay? Those are board games. Okay? Maybe Magic the Gathering, you know, whatever. They don't know shit about high-level Monopoly. They don't know statistically what the best properties are in the game to buy. Statistically, whether you should pay the 10% of the 200 in what situations. You know? That's what I'm talking about. I would rather be a top Magic the Gathering player than a top Yu-Gi-Oh player. That should be very obvious. Yu-Gi-Oh's trash at a top level, just saying. So, you know, when it comes to fighting games, in my opinion, the ones that prove skill the most, the ones that are deepest, and the ones that represent the greatest growth for you as a player are Tekken Tag Tournament 2, Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown, and King of Fighters 13. Now, maybe there will be other games in the future that fit this description that I'm saying. Maybe there are games now that fit the description that I'm not aware of. Maybe someone would like to argue that Blaze Blue or Melty Blood or Arcana Heart or Street Fighter 2 or Street Fighter 1 or fucking, you know, Jackie Chan's Fist of Fire. Someone can put forth an argument that there are games that promote general skill that's very tough to define, much more so or the same amount as the games that I just mentioned. But we could look at it. We could take it scrupulously and we could show, more or less, which games take more skill and which games take less. But the thing about that is, for all the shit that I've said, it does not matter to 90% of people. It doesn't. 90% of people just want to win, or they just want to play with their friends, or it's just a pastime. Okay? For 90% of the people in my chat, 90% of you, you're playing because people play it, or you're playing because maybe it's one of your favorite games and you just kind of sort of want to be good at it. You know, it's just a pastime. You know, you either play it for social reasons or you play it because you like the game, but you're not looking for something other than the win. You're just looking to win and have some fun and stuff like that. I'm not looking for that shit anymore. And there are players that aren't looking for that shit anymore. And for those players, KOF13 represents an evolution of the genre. And they need to play it. So that rant took like an hour and a half. But, I should probably put that on YouTube. In fact, I'm probably going to put this on YouTube. I should have the video, I believe everything I stream is recorded on my home computer. But the idea is, that's why I'm not going to enter Street Fighter 4 tournaments anymore. That's why I'm going to enter KOF13 and focus on it. And that's why I feel as though people who enjoy fighting games in general, and people who are looking for competition, and people who are looking to improve their skill, are going to enjoy KOF13 on a level that they're not able to enjoy Street Fighter 4. So that's why I stream the game, because I want people to know that. You know? And you know, you did say there's some fierce-ass checkers competition. There's a lot of people playing Street Fighter 4, and you know what? That's a great reason to play it. If you want to play it, then you know, that's fine. I'm not hating on that. Again, I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm just saying it's checkers. Chess is over there, and I want to be good at board games, so I'm gonna go play fucking chess. Not a bad game, just not the game I want to play, because chess is over there, and chess looks fucking godlike. Chess is harder than checkers. Oh my god, you wouldn't believe the people at checkers tournaments being like, I don't know if I want to learn chess, I heard it's hard. There's like, everybody moves in straight lines and diagonals except for the pawn when he eats and shit. Like, the pawn's weird, he can move one and then two. Like, man, there's so many decisions in chess, it's weird. I don't want to learn it, it's too hard. There might be YouTube tutorials for chess and shit, but nah, there's a lot of people playing checkers, I'm good. That's exactly what's going on with KOF13. That's exactly what's going on. That's exactly what's going on. It's the exact same shit.